it's Sunday. You know what that means. It's race day. Here we are at the Insiders Room NASCAR report once again. Got the regulars here, Joey Tron and Wrycape, and we have a special guest here we're bringing in right now. This is Kyle. You can find him at Autolotto 317. How you doing, Kyle?
Doing good. How you guys doing today?
Good, good. Another Sunday, so I let these guys talk, and I sit back and listen, and hopefully make some money when the race is over. So today's race is the Gold Bowling at the Glen race at Watkins Glen. As we always like to start out with give you guys a little knowledge about the track and what to expect with that. So we'll turn it over to Rye with his track facts.
Yep. And as I always say, it's a road course, so I'm going light today. They're not my favorite to bet on. But yes, this is the Go Bowling at the Glen. This is race number 25 of 36. We are going to be at Watkins Glen International. We're going to be doing 220 miles, which is 90 laps. This is in Watkins Glen, New York. This is a road course, 2.45-mile track. We're going to have similar surface as Indy last week. Minimal tire fall off. This does race like a speedway, more like a driving style of an intermediate. We're going to see fast corners, fast straightaways. We have elevation here. This is faster than most road courses. So a lot of road courses, when I handicap them, I'm looking at them more as a short track style of driving. This one I'm going more with the intermediate style of driving.
All right, very good. Always informative. Next up, we always have we missed them last week, but you'll be back now this week, Joey. With your trends. What's the top trends for this week?
Yeah, we got we got 4 trends for you. Chevrolet has the most wins here with 21. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Busch are tied with 2 wins with the most among active drivers. Chevrolet has won 4 straight races here, and ironically, it's gone Kyle Larson back-to-back and then Chase Elliott back-to-back.
So there were probably no trends last week, and he was like, fuck this, I'm going home. Taking my ball and going home.
So, Kyle, anything you'd like to add about this race?
I know I hit Mayor yesterday, so I'm hoping to try to go back-to-back on outrights. Road courses I think they're a little bit more predictable than some of the intermediates just because it's so hard to pass, but pre-qualifying lines are a little bit more important on road courses. So some of my lines that I've actually got down are kind of gone down, but I'll make sure we get to the ones that are still around.
All right.
Sounds good. I had that problem too.
All right. And if you tuned into the show this season, you know how this next part is. This is where you guys make your money. It's where we get into our picks. As you know, we break them down into 3 different categories. That's a winner. This is what kind of like these guys' best bets for the race. Our low rider, which is our dark horse pick. You know, nice plus money odds there. And then whatever else, the smorgasbord, the head-to-heads, the props, the group bets, race winners. So that's how we get into the picks here. So we'll start out with That's the Winner. Ryan, what do you have for That's the Winner for this week?
Yeah, so my first guy I like is the number 19 of Martin Truex Jr. So he has 1 win and 10 top 10 finishes in 16 starts at Watkins Glen. This season, he has not finished worse than 7th in the past 5 races. He did have a quiet day at Indianapolis, but he did score some stage points. Last season was a down one for him, but the 3 races at Watkins Glen before this, we saw Martin Truex Jr. get into the top 3. So he's done it 3 out of the 4 seasons. We all know how he was last season. He had troubles. He looks back to form this season. So Truex is a guy I'm looking at. The best price I found was plus 500 for a top 3, and that was on Unibet. So he should be on all your Cambies at or around that price.
All right, very good. Joey, you like one guy here for 2 bets for That's a Winner. What do you got?
Yeah, I like Kyle Larson today. I like him to win and then back up with a top 3 finish. Like I stated earlier, he's won here back-to-back races. knows his track pretty well. He had the second best overall speed rank in practice, along with the third best 5-lap time and second best 10-lap time. He's won 4 out of his last 16 road course races, 25% of them. With that being said, I think with this value at plus 700 to win and plus 200 for a top 3 finish, I think it's definitely worth it here today.
All right, sounds good. A couple of different options for you guys out there. Kyle, what do you like in this race? What's your kind of top bet for this race?
I'm going to roll with my man AJ Allmendinger today. I think he gets his way into the playoffs. He's won at Watkins Glen in the past. He was fast last week, although he did get spun out and it ruined his track position, but he was a top 3 car last week in pure speed. So I think this week, with a better qualifying effort, he puts it together. I think a lot of the lines for AJ are pretty well gone now. I'm on him at 15-1. He's now at like 750-1. So an outright I like today specifically at a longer number is Tyler Reddick at 16-1 on DraftKings. Because Tyler Reddick has a really, really good road course history, and if his pit crew can just put one together for him, I think he has a good shot today. I've also got Reddick at a top 5 at plus 225, which I think is pretty good value for a guy that is one of the top 5 road course racers in the series.
All right.
Yeah, he's always a threat to win them too. So I like Reddick.
All right, next category is kind of one I like. Give some nice some plus monies in here. It's the low rider, our kind of their dark horses. What do you got first, Joey?
Yeah, I just have one today. It's Kevin Harvick, top 10 finish. I found that at plus 320 on DraftKings. 2 races here since 2020. He has 1 top 10. His worst finish here was only 12th. So he has an 8th place finish and a 12th place finish, which is right in the average line of 10. He had the 6th fastest 10-lap speed, which I think is really important, especially coming down to the final couple laps towards the end of the race. 18 races since 2020, at road courses specifically, Harvick has 5 top 10s. So at plus 320 again, I think this is a good value. I wish he was starting more up front. I hate the fact that he's starting 33rd, but hopefully he can move up front with a good pit stop or maybe some passes. But again, plus 320, good price.
That was the problem with a lot of guys I like this week. We had great numbers before practice and qualifying. Once qualifying happened, they all sucked.
All right, Kyle, you got anything you like? Kind of a long horse or a dark horse here, long shot?
My longest outright I've got this weekend is Chris Bell at 18-1. It's not a super long shot, but I think starting in the top 10, Gibbs has the road course equipment that he needs to get towards the front, and he's obviously got the talent on it. So that would be my long shot, if you will. It's not super long, but I like his chances today. I've also got him top 10 at minus 115 off of Hard Rock. I think that's a really, really good number for a guy that is really consistent on road courses at getting that top 10. That's not really that long of a number, and I should probably mention that one a little later. But, yeah, that's where I'm sitting today.
Yeah, so with Christopher Bell, go ahead.
Question for Joey. Did you see the Rodney Childers news? Do you think that affects Kevin's ability to get towards the front today?
I'll be honest, I personally didn't see it, but what exactly had happened?
So basically, his crew chief isn't there today because his mom had a heart problem. So he's Kevin doesn't have his typical crew chief. Starting in the back, that might be, a little bit of a disadvantage because he probably will need a little bit of, strategy to get towards the front. But
hopefully he can go out there and put on a show for his crew chief's mother, and hopefully all goes well for her.
That's another way to look at it too. It's some motivation.
I think it's concerning. Well, I wasn't high on Harvick anyway, so. But can I talk about Bell real quick?
Absolutely.
Now, I like the price on, what did you say it was? 115 for a top 10?
Yeah.
So both him and Reddick they're 100% with top 10s at Watkins Glen. So, yeah, I think they're both going to be up there too.
Yeah, I saw the 115 on Hard Rock. He's like 140, 160 other places. So
yeah, I still think all those prices are good too. I take them up to minus 150. I don't think I go too much higher than that, but
fair enough.
Yeah, well, Kyle, when we talk like dark horses, long shots, plus 1800, this is nice.
Yeah,
we don't talk we don't talk crazy.
Okay.
We just like nice plus numbers that they can bring in some decent money when they cash. So that plus 1800 is good.
Yeah, we don't
That's
talk
fine.
about Ty Dillon on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, some maybe a super speedway, but road course is hard to get too long.
All right. I put the wrong thing down here, right? You got a dark horse for us?
Yeah, I do, and I'm going with Eric Jones top 10. I talked about this on Full Tank with Phil earlier in the week, but I just think the number is crazy high. He does have 2 top 5s and 4 top 10 finishes in 5 starts here. He was 10th last season. So his number, I actually got him at plus 900 earlier in the week, but he's just down to plus 750, which means people are betting on him, which obviously I like that in the first place. So, yeah, we're going to go with Eric Jones, top 10 at plus 750.
All right. Very good. And our last category here for everybody, it's the head-to-head group bets. It's kind of our smorgasbord, a little bit of everything in here. I know, Ryan, you got one for us this week. You got a race winner for us. What do you like?
Yeah, so, yeah, I took a team of race manufacturer to be actually the favorite, which is Hendrick. A few reasons. Obviously, everybody was on Chase Elliott this week. I'm not too high on him, but just in case he wins, I want to have something on him. So I just want to talk about his stats here for a little bit. So he's 80 points behind Bubba Wallace for the final spot. He needs a maximum of 55 available for second place, which means he pretty much has to win to get into playoffs, either this week or next week. He's missed 7 races out of the 24, which means that if he raced those 7 races, he'd be well in hand to get this playoff position. He's the best active driver at Watkins Glen. He has 2 wins, 4 top 5s. That's in 6 starts. He's been very good at road courses. He finished 5th at Sonoma, 3rd at Chicago. He was 2nd at Indy last week. And he has 4 top 5 finishes and 6 road courses since 2022. Another guy I like is someone who Joey talked about, and that's Kyle Larson. I'm wearing his hat today. He's won the last 2 races here, so he's going to try to win his 3rd straight Cup race at Watkins Glen. He finished 8th at Indy. That marks his 3rd top 10 finish in the past 5 races. He has been struggling with consistency, but it looks like he's getting it back, his consistency. His past 10 races, he's been better than with 7 top 10 finishes, 5 top 5s, and only 1 DNF. So, you want to throw Bowman in there too. I think he has a shot to win this. He's starting back, which is a concern for me. And, William Byron is always a threat to win any race anywhere. So, yeah, I like Hendrick to win at plus 165. Again, I found that on the Canby book. Unibet for me. The number has actually been pretty steady since open, but what can you do? That's the favorite anyway. So any more line movement than that, I'm probably staying off.
All right. Good info there. So, Kyle, you got anything else you like to just throw out for bets for this?
Oh, kind of like Rye. I was looking for a good way to bet Chase Elliott, not just outright since he's starting 15th and 500 is not great. But I found a plus 220 group. What group was it? Group 1 on DraftKings. And the group is him, Byron, Larson, Hamlin. So there's some good cars in there. But I was looking for a way to bet Chase today. And I think betting him against some guys that aren't necessarily known. I know Larson's going to be strong. But Hamlin and Byron aren't, in my head at least, road course ringer. So I know they're all starting in front of him, but Chase is going to make his way for up front. So I like the value there at plus 200. It was 220 earlier. It dropped to 200 right before the show. So other people are seeing that number and betting it as well. Another group I like, going back to the Allmendinger, he is plus 270 right now in Group E. It is Byron, Hamlin, and Gibbs. So I'm kind of fading similar drivers there with AJ as well. So like I said, 220 and 270.
They're both on DraftKings?
The second one was actually on Caesars.
I like that. I'm taking it.
He was fast in practice yesterday, so I think AJ is going to have a day. Or he'll get wrecked and get mad. One of the two.
Well, I have a future for him to win a fucking race. So
Hopefully today's the day. I like that.
All right, all good stuff there. The guys will run down their picture in a little bit, but before that, Kaya, I know you're new to the first time on the show. Why don't you tell people what you're about, where they can find you, what what if you do anything else besides NASCAR?
Yeah, you can talk about Indy.
And talk a little bit IndyCar. Yeah, so I'm in 3 different Discords. I'm in Betting Kings Discord, I'm in WizPicks Discord, and I'm in NLB with HLB. I'll be starting doing their IndyCar stuff with HLB on Monday, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so you can find me in all those different Discords. Hopefully, we just keep growing on the HLB or the NLB Discord. I think Zach is really, really good at what he does, so there's a lot of good information in there. And I'm just trying to hope to kind of bring, since it's such a big motorsports group in there already, I'm trying to hope to bring a little bit different. And then it's kind of going into the IndyCar thing. I live in Indianapolis. I go to the 500 every year. I love IndyCar. The bookies do not know what to do with IndyCar a lot of the times. Like FanDuel will leave or lines up during practice. Numbers will stay long when they shouldn't be. So there's a lot of value out there in IndyCar, and there's a lot of similarities to NASCAR in my opinion. So if you're interested in gambling, that definitely join the NLB group, and I'll be going over all my picks every week, and it'll be a good time. I wrote some differences to NASCAR. So basically, the main difference is obviously open wheel. Qualifying is a much bigger deal, especially on road courses. So pre-qualifying bets are more important in IndyCar, in my opinion. And then, like I said, FanDuel likes to leave numbers up. So, like last week, I don't know if you guys watched or not, but Graham Rahal was the fastest car. He sat on the pole, and I was sitting on a 60-1 ticket on Graham Rahal. He ended up getting second. Scott Dixon beat him straight on just strategy. But I had the fastest car at 60-1. I'm still mad about it. I should have made like 20 grand last weekend, but yeah, just the amount of value in IndyCar because bookies don't pay attention to it at times is absolutely insane. So I'm hoping to hit with everybody in the court.
And I gotta start digging in.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
My biggest hit was last year's 500. I hit Marcus Ericsson for 28, $200 on him, so I made like 6 or 7 grand. Yeah. And I had another fat ticket on Ericsson this year, and I'm still kind of upset. But it is what it is. That's racing.
So speaking of, let me just jump in real quick. Highline Betting was on the show last week, and he actually called out McDowell, who won. So nice.
Yep.
1,800 plus 1,800 ticket we cashed last week on the show. Thank you, Highline Betting. Yeah, I say all the time, his models are on point, man. He's good.
Yep. I've been in there for probably 4 weeks now, and I swear I haven't put out a card that was negative since then. His rankings are impressive. So, yeah, that's what I do. Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, so one down picks here, and you guys can tell people what you got going on. Right, what you got going on this week, and looking forward, and where can the people find you?
All right, so my premium card is empty right now. I just had Aston Villa for today. I'll have these picks up shortly on pickadvisor.com. You can always check me out there. I always have plays up every day. I'm actually doing pretty well these last couple of weeks, crushing the EPL, MLB. It's about all I've been doing, NASCAR and whatnot. You could also find me at Winners and Winers. I sell picks over there. Obviously, you can find me in the Insiders Room Discord. I'm giving stuff there. And I'm at Wrycape on pretty much every social media that there is. And if I don't have it, I'll get on it. But yeah, my plays for this week are Martin Truex top 3 at plus 500 on Unibet. I have Eric Jones top 10 at plus 750 on Caesars. And then I have Team of Race winner Hendrick at plus 165 on Unibet.
All right, very good, very good. Check him out. Always good stuff from Rye. Joey, what do you got going on? Where can people find you? Run down your picks.
Yeah, you can find me on PickAdvisor, Joey Tron. I have my AL Central Total of the Week up. I also have a run line playoff for MLB. I'm doing pretty solid in baseball right now. 14-7 last 21 plays. Find me on X at Betting Underdog, Insiders Room Discord as well. Joey Tron, put all my free plays in there, including these will be in there as well soon. But yeah, and then my plays for today: Kyle Larson top 3 finish, Kyle Larson to win, and Kevin Harvick top 10.
All right, very good, very good. And Kyle, just again, just let people know where they can find you. Do you put your picks, your plays up on Twitter or X or whatever the hell they call it?
I put some plays on Twitter.
Okay.
I put some free plays mostly.
Okay.
But occasionally I will. I've got some free cards this weekend, or some free plays on my Twitter at AutoLotto317 on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. The only bet I haven't mentioned that I really like this weekend is Chris Fisher, top 10 at plus 125 DraftKings. He's starting 12th. He's a really good road course racer, and he has all the momentum in the series right now compared to almost anybody else. So I like that number for Busher. But other than that, I think that's all I got.
All right, very good, very good. Thanks for coming on. Maybe we can get you on when there is an IndyCar race. So,
and we've got Milwaukee next weekend. If you guys are interested, I'll be back.
All right, that actually works because we got Daytona, and I try to keep my card low on speedways too.
Makes sense. All right, guys.
Oh yeah. Just get a hold of Rye. Rye's the booker. He takes care of all of that. I just sit back and punch everything in that.
Sounds good.
Behind the scenes. So yeah, just get a hold of Rye. Yeah, more than welcome to come on. We have a different perspective, different races. It's always good. All right, great show. Lots of good stuff out there. Hopefully lots of money makers here. A lot of different things to bet on to whet your appetite. Rye, as always, I'll let you close it out.
Happy race day. Let's cash some tickets.
All right. See you guys next week.